What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, he's back from the dead.
Your
Putting it
show.
on the map, yeah. Saskatoon, right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah?
Your show.
What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah.
Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Hello and welcome in to the Thursday edition of your show. I am your host, Gary, and this still is, as far as we know, the only local show going 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, just like your old scheduled viewing. We all come together and enjoy this. When you get home, turn on the internet and then put us on there. And we will always be here for you. What do we got? I think it's like the 197th episode we've done straight. And that's very, very cool. We also love to make up categories that we are number one in and then say we are number one. It's sort of a thing where we get really creative and have fun and make fun of ourselves. For instance, today, we are the number one show on YouTube with a host that has bags the size of the bags you take on the airplane under his eyes. We're number one. We are number one. As well, yeah, I'm not proud of the bags. I'm trying to work on them, but sleeping's hard lately, and the voice is going. But we're still here. We also have a camera and a dog that refuses to hit her mark. Maggie, old Ben Kenobi, get up here. Come here, right here. She did this last time, and I don't know if I'm impressed or not because I think she's doing it just to make me get up. But it's okay. You know what? Work the camera. One of you two beautiful members of this family, get it on her, and then we'll be good. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Right there. Okay, here we go. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Ooh-wee, look at her. She's like, what's wrong? What did I do wrong? Nothing, Maggie. You're just in the wrong spot. The Maggie Cam for our incredible pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk in those doors, your life changes forever. You will have the greatest shopping experience of your life in a pet store. Thanks to Mike and Rochelle, as they love to take care of you. Their beautiful dog, Leroy, he greets you just like Maggie greets people here at the studio. He'll walk you up, and then you can go shopping and figure out what it is you're looking for, because they have everything, including the new buckle-up collars with matching leashes that Maggie is sporting right here. You can't really see it there, but they have like a legit seatbelt buckle on them. They're so cool, so fashionable, and so easy to use, as she's had enough and she's out of there. They also have the greatest cleaning station in town right there in the store when you go in, and they're open after hours and on the weekends. Thanks to Kirsten, Shar, and Chris. Everyone there, the best people you will ever find inside a pet store. That's at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Love our friends over there. Always a great time when we roll in. So, we got some guests that we're going to get to here live, but right now, as long as we're ready, we got the dragon on the ones and twos. He's slowly nodding seductively. Does that mean yes, we're ready, or yes, we're going to go on a date later? Okay, I'm in. Without further ado, if you know what we do on what Thursdays here, then you know what's about to happen, and this was a really fun one. So let's go ahead and run that one, Dragon. This is a surefire sign that Thursday has arrived yet again.
Yes, it has.
I
love it.
Matt Young from CTV in the house. Going to get that energy up.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of fun while we do it. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. I've had a pretty good week. It's nice that it's finally warmed up after those long cold days. So we got a pretty nice little warm spell going here. So that's not too bad. And my week has been fantastic. And just been been working hard and playing some video games. My Buffalo Bills won on the weekend.
Woo.
Yes. So
Real
my
quick,
NFL team.
Are you scared? Are you scared of Baltimore?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. Baltimore's a good team. They're no
Very
slouches.
good. Yeah.
So I don't know how we're going to do against the Ravens, but it's going to be a good game. That's going to be Sunday night. The pizza's going to...
Okay, that was a little teaser. That one was from last week when we did the amazing, incredible N64 cleanup, which was a lot of fun, as we got some controllers here too. And that's my bad. I will say that right now. I said it was in one spot, and it was not. So that one's on me. And the beauty of being live is you're allowed to make mistakes. Everyone we talk to says, you know, I really enjoy what you guys are doing because it's not manicured, it's not fixed up to be all pretty and perfect. It's real. And every time we have moments like this, I always say that's why we do it. Because real people make mistakes. And if you can go about your job and make mistakes and know you're not getting fired, that's a good place to be. Dragon's probably getting fired, though. We'll see. Are we ready? I was so excited. You're going to freak out when you see the start of this. Okay, let's go with today's run with CTV's Matt Young.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Thursday.
What day is it, everybody?
Woo!
It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
CTV's Matt Young, always bringing treats.
Look at
is
this.
Unbelievable.
We got Nintendo Lego here.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing and hearing. How the heck? So, like, just listen
There
to that
you
sound.
go. All righty.
Hold on.
This is awesome. And you can, and it's got like Mario sounds, and you can move it, and you go all the way to the castle. Alrighty, okay.
Amazing.
Okay. So you can
Tell
zoom it out a
me
bit. So
all
this is
about
awesome.
this.
This is really neat.
This
Okay.
is
So we
unbelievable.
love just talking about what's going on in the video game world and
Yes, we do.
and video gaming in Saskatoon because Saskatoon is the greatest place in the world, by
Hear,
the way.
hear, my friend.
And by the way, it's good to be back with you here on
Missed ya.
Thursday.
I always miss
Absolutely.
you. I always miss it while you're gone, brother. Because of things like this. I never know what he's bringing
You
in.
never know. You never know.
And just, like, this blows my mind.
And then, you know what? It talks itself, right? I mean, that's
I didn't
exactly
know
what
that.
it is.
Like, I assumed there'd be Lego, but I didn't know it had the sounds, and the
Oh,
sounds
it has this-
activated on different things.
Exactly. It's really neat. You can all. And by the way, this is like about a third of what I have. Like, oh yeah, there's probably
You got a
enough
whole
to
room.
fill up this table. Oh, I know. Yeah, no, it's
Come
crazy.
on.
It's crazy. It's
like
crazy.
a model train set.
That's kind of what it is, right? It's right. So so Nintendo started producing Lego a while ago, and I thought, you know, because I was a Lego guy. Did you play Lego at home?
Yes.
Did you play Lego?
Everyone.
Absolutely.
If you were
absolutely.
fortunate enough to have Lego, you
Yes,
played Lego.
yes,
That's what it
and
was.
I remember I begged my mom
Yeah.
a lot of times. Like, Mom, I love Lego. I want Lego.
And it was back when Lego was easy. It wasn't
Yeah,
here's the
you know
Lego,
what?
build this thing. It was here's Lego, build
That's
whatever your
true.
brain
Back
allows
then,
you
they
to.
didn't have like the sophisticated style of Lego
You
components.
weren't building
That's
Millennium
right.
Falcons. You weren't building Death
It was a
Stars.
house.
That's
You
right.
built a house or you built a building. Well, now you can build Super Mario Brothers 3, right?
This is crazy.
Exactly.
So how old is this? When
So
does
I've
start?
only had this. I've been kind of building it up for the last couple of years, and you add to it a little piece at a time. So you can start here, like this is Yoshi's house right here, and if you want to zoom in, you can. We can do a little
Let's do
demo
it.
here.
Let's
so
do it.
so
Hold on.
this is
Don't show it off until we get
There we
right
go. We'll
on it.
zoom in. So this is Yoshi's house. You can see Yoshi is actually right there. Okay, you can zoom in. There you
we
go.
go.
Right,
Look at
right.
that.
So there's Yoshi right there beside Mario.
Hanging out
right?
out front,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. And then this is Yoshi's house, and it kind of the top of it kind of opens up, and there's a little star there, right?
Of course.
There you go, right?
the star music, man.
So you get the star music now.
You're invincible.
Yeah, so you got Super Mario, and then there's a little right off to the side here.
Take a little nap?
Take a little nap. There's a little hammock thing that
And you
can
can rock
kinda-
them back and forth?
There you go, exactly.
Come on.
And then so then you go here. You have a question brick right here. You have some Goombas, right? And then you go through the level, the Goombas, and then when you get to the end, here's Bowser right here, right?
Oh yeah, you
can
got to
see him,
battle
and you
Bowser.
and then and you can arrange the level however you like, and then you can go down here, right? And then we got this little thing that can kind of fling you up, right?
Oh,
and
no
then you go
way.
on top, and then you got the piranha, and the piranha actually, like, its mouth opens and closes.
Like
Check
everything
that
moves,
out.
right?
Everything moves. Everything moves.
Everything
So you
does
gotta,
something.
You got to go and kill the piranha from the backside, right?
There it is.
Right? You make the little sound.
How does
and then
it
you go-
know-
And then, by the way, and then what? Because so you're wondering, well, how does it know?
Yeah,
like,
what it's
when to
on.
make what sounds?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the Mario that you can get, right? It has like a little.
Oh, there you
you
go,
go.
little
Little
switch.
switch at the back there.
Yeah.
You use AA batteries. And then there's little I want to say a little code imprint on the top of the
That's what it is. Okay.
objects, right?
Yeah, and then it reads it.
And then now everybody remember the little caterpillar
Oh, from Super Mario
from
World.
Super Mario World from Super Nintendo, right? So
Look
Mario
at
goes
him. Does he get angry?
jumps on top of him, and well, he doesn't.
He doesn't do the angry where he
No,
changes
he doesn't
color
really
and
do
chases
the
you?
angry thing. Like, he kind of just.
This is
And you can kill him. So yeah, now, and then you can go back into the tube, right? And you can kind of arrange it however you like. You can make it as big as you like, small as you like.
Mario blinks.
There you go. Yeah, he does.
see
He
that?
actually does. He actually
I
does.
thought
His
I was-
eyes will. There's LED. It's an LED screen. His eyes will actually blink.
I
So
thought I
that's-
was like tripping out there.
Isn't
I was
that
like,
neat?
what's
Isn't that
happening?
really cool?
This is blowing my mind, man.
And you know what? The really funny thing is that there's just a ton more. Like, there's Bullet Bill, and there's like.
Of course. Think about all the characters.
Oh
right?
yeah, like and then actually, what's really now, if you remember Super Mario 3, and I think they have this in Super Mario 64. There's a section of levels where everything's massive.
Oh yeah.
Well, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
that. It's just bigger versions of Lego.
Dude, that's all it would be, right? And
Isn't
that's
that really
like
neat?
Big World and Super Mario.
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Mario
yeah,
3.
yeah.
I love Big World.
So I thought this was really cool because I know that there are a lot of people out there that wonder, what else can you do with video games and all that sort of thing. And I say, I think it'd be cool to put like a little 2 or 3 minute Lego movie of
Yes.
Mario, like going through a level
Like a stop motion
Yeah,
video.
exactly. And maybe add some graphics and overlay with like lives and that sort of thing. So yeah, so this is something that I've been doing for a little while and collect. It's just awesome. It's a hoot. I love it.
I am so impressed.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
hard is it to find these things?
Oh no, you could buy many, like any place that sells Lego. I mean, Toys R Us, probably Walmart, and you can find you buy it in pieces. It's not cheap. We'll tell you that right now. It's not. I had to save up a little bit. That's
Treat
why you're
yourself.
not can't
Yeah.
buy. It's why it's over a few years,
Yeah,
right?
I
It's
got
not
you.
like you got it all the first day.
Yeah.
So, but you buy little bits at a time, and it's great because like if you have a young kid, because I'm still a young kid,
Of course.
we're
heart,
still young kids at
absolutely
heart,
we
folks.
are.
But if you have physically young kids,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 years old, every Christmas you can get them a little bit of Lego, and then by the time they're 10 or 11, they got the whole thing, and they can just go to town and have a
That's
good time.
amazing.
It's really cool.
Is there an actual like max? Like you can have the entire thing?
You can have I wish I could bring more of it. I have a photo. Maybe I'll tweet it out.
Hell
But you can get all kinds of different, villains and bad guys and different parts of different levels from different games. And you can also get there's things like trees and clouds and that sort of thing that you can add to it, and just have your own fun with your own level. There's sometimes they have the little teeter-totter things that
Oh, yeah.
Mario's got it. They got those
Up
too.
and
I've got
down.
some of
Yeah.
those. Yeah, that you gotta get through, and it's just. I just found it really, really cool, and so I thought for those of you out there that are looking to satisfy that video game hunger in a new way, this is how
it.
I do it.
This is it. And another really cool thing here is, like you said, a toy for kids that's like not violent, not like bad for the brain. It's a good, wholesome way for your kids to have some fun.
Exactly.
And then the parents will love it too because
Oh,
it's awesome.
Well, and I have a feeling some of the parents are probably gonna like him.
Like,
I
just
can
get
tell
it
you
for
this.
themselves.
I can tell you this. I don't have kids, but if I did, it'd be like maybe a little jostling with daddy
Yeah.
to see who gets to play with it more.
I'd be fighting over it for sure.
But yeah, absolutely. It's not violent, and it's fun to build, and then of course your kids when they start playing video games, it's like wow, I can like put it on the TV
It's
now.
like I'm inside the
It's
Legos.
like I'm inside the Lego. That's exactly right. So yeah, so I've got, and I think what I'm gonna do is over the next few months as I build this up and do more modding, maybe what I can do is bring it, and we can just in a few months show how much bigger it is, and and by the way, there's a Luigi too. You can get a Luigi and I think there's a princess. Yeah, there's a
That
Luigi
has, like,
and
the
a
actual
princess.
sound
Yeah,
makers in it?
yep. Oh, it
That's
does. It does. It's really cool and different color. You can get like different color pipes and tubes and that sort of thing. These are green. The
So you
traditional
can
color.
go as deep down this rabbit hole
You
as
can go
you
this
want.
down
Yeah.
this rabbit hole, this very fun, beautiful, expensive, and time-consuming rabbit hole, but it is fun and wild, and I just totally love it. That's why I brought it here today.
I'm thinking-
I thought it was a nice surprise.
I'm thinking like the way you said it, we should do a stop motion video. Like we could set
We could
set
do
up the
that.
whole thing in
You
here.
could
We
do
got
it with
the
your
cameras.
phone. You could do it with your
Yeah.
phone. You could do it with your iPhone, and you could move it in there, and then it'd be it would be really fun. I'm gonna look into trying doing something a little bit of that maybe by summer or something like that.
Nice.
But yeah, you could fly over, and it would look fantastic. You
Yeah.
can add little graphics and that sort of thing. So maybe we can create our own custom level, and we can even create a little Gary Nickel Lego.
We could
and
mod these.
we can mod this. There you go.
That would be wild. See, I'm worried now that this might be a new addiction. For me.
Yes, yeah. Well, watch out. Get ready. Gary Nickel might be busy, folks. If you don't reach him in the next few days, he's building Lego.
I just realized the money part that I don't really have right now, so that'll probably be the only thing stopping me.
But you know what? You save up a little while. Next Christmas comes. Remember, when you're talking, if your parents or anybody say, "What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday?"
Mario Lego.
There you go.
That's it. And I think this would be really good for the set too. I'm gonna have to get into this.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's super fun stuff, and watch more because we'll be doing a little bit more modding and a little bit more Nintendo Lego and more. And next week, now boy, time flies. It's got to
Yeah.
be 8 months ago that we did. We've been kind of going through it, the series on.
Fixing controllers.
Preserving your old systems.
Yes.
And we found a person here right beside me, this gentleman, Mr. Gary Nickel, who has some N64 controllers.
Our Super Smash Bros. Matches got a little aggressive.
Yes.
And so we broke a
Super
couple.
Smash, like that game will always do those controllers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is a great game, by the way.
I've never played it in my life until Brooksy brought over her N64 and she had Smash Bros. So I was like, fine, I'll start to play.
Oh, and I see you got F-Zero X over there.
Oh yeah, we got
and
some
beauty.
Got some, what is it? No Mercy
There
over there.
you
I
go.
think. We got
Oh,
some
No
wrestling.
Mercy is
Yeah,
a good
we're
game.
doing some
WWF. So
really good stuff.
But your controllers are not doing so well. So
We
what
need
we're
your
going to
help.
do? Well, to the rescue. Next week we will have a look at your controllers and see
Love
what
it.
we can do to fix them, and then maybe we can like demo the finished product a week after that and show everybody out there because it's always those joysticks. And how do we fix that?
I remember we did the powder.
We did the powder,
We
yeah.
figured out
so
what that was.
So we're gonna look at that and then sort of do a bit of a refresher on how to fix your old video game
Love it.
controllers, and it'll be fantastic.
Real quick, how's all the sports stuff going?
So we got, by the way, so college hockey, University of Saskatchewan Huskies, huge men's hockey tournament or series this weekend. Sorry,
Right.
against Alberta. Two of the best
the
teams in
Golden
the
Bears,
country
eh?
are going at it, and likely one of these two teams is probably going to win the conference championships. So Canada. University of Saskatchewan Huskies taking on the Alberta Golden Bears. Friday night and Saturday night at Merlis Belcher Place. Be there. Like there are players on these teams that have been drafted in the NHL.
The hockey's incredible.
It is crazy. So get to Merlis Belcher Place. It's a huge series. Alberta Golden Bears 1-2 in Canada West. They're going to be facing each other. You can watch it on Canada West TV. And then the Saskatchewan Rush.
Go Rush, go!
Go Rush, go! They're coming off a tough one last week, but they're back in action this week. They still have an above 500 record. They're 4-2 to start the season. By the way, the Rush, they started this year 4 wins and 1 loss.
Hey.
The last time they started that well, which is pretty good, 4 wins and 1
That's
loss
good.
is good. Last time they started that well, they got to the championship. Best start in 6 years. So they're off to a pretty good start. I know they lost last week, but get back on the train because they're looking good. And the Blades they've struggled a bit as of late, but so have some other teams. So the Blades are still second or third in the conference. I'll have to double check the standings, but they're looking pretty good too. So we got some Saskatoon sports teams that are doing great. I do the play-by-play for the Huskies, and so I'm always telling you, get on that college football
it
or
out.
college hockey
Yeah.
train. So Merlis Belcher Place, Friday night and Saturday night. Check it out. It's great hockey. It's going to be a huge series, and that's going to be really fun. So lots going on, and of course we'll be back next Thursday to have some more video game fun. I love it.
Dude, I always love when you stop by. I always say your
Thank you
energy
so
wakes
much.
me up, man. I've been really burned out and like tired. I haven't been sleeping well, and now I feel like I can take on the day. Just
Nothing gets you up
energize
like
me.
Lego.
That's it. So well said.
You
From
got it.
CTV, Matt Young in the house every Thursday, brother. I love you. I appreciate you greatly.
You too, man.
Thank you for all this, man. It's a great job
See
as
you
always.
next week.
That Lego. Huge thank you to my main man, Primetime, a.k.a. Matt Young from CTV. Every Thursday he stops by and we check in with all the cool stuff that he's got going on, and we do gaming stuff. And we did some Legos today, and I was my mind was blown when I saw that, because you think of Lego, at least when you're old, like my age, and you say, oh man, yeah, You just take Legos and you build things. Now there's stuff like that, and there's all these things dedicated to building something out of Lego. And to sort of see that something in between with interactions and sounds and movements, like Lego's come a long way. I think we're going to talk to an expert on Lego here today as we continue on the Thursday edition of your show. It is now time to introduce our guests for the rest of the show today. Guest number one, you know her from Emily Mays, All Up in Your Business. First episode up now. Second episode getting ready to go next week. Very excited for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Emily Mays Simmons!
Yay!
Cheer for ourselves.
Yes, because no one else will.
Yeah, what did you do to Dragon? Why is he not cheering for us?
Thank you, there it is.
He just says that
Little
now because
delay.
he knows that he wants cheers when he comes up here.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
He's not getting them.
The other member of our little Thursday roundtable today, the co-host of the Viewing Room, new episode out on Tuesdays. The one up right now is 7. Nailed it. His name is Dragon.
See, okay. You guys villainified me. I was checking the audio levels when Emily started speaking to make sure that she sounded good for this episode.
You muted her, didn't you?
Yeah, I should have. Instead of, so you're like, oh, he didn't clap. He's such a meanie. But no, I was doing my due diligence. Okay, I was trying to protect us. I was trying to honor us in the episode.
Wow.
Yeah,
We appreciate that.
yeah.
Didn't realize it was that kind of an episode.
It's not gonna be.
This, right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is why this place is so magical. It's full of love and friendship and family, and I love that so much. Because when we first started, I thought it was just going to be me sitting here with my thoughts. Nobody wants
Well,
that.
do you have any thoughts?
Nope.
Okay.
That's why it would have been a problem. We do have a Lego expert sitting right beside us. Show us your Lego resume, Dragon, not Emily. You are my Lego guy.
I do.
Tell me all about your collection.
I do. Okay, I collect Lego Star Wars
Hell yeah, bro.
because I'm a nerd and I like it, and it's fun. It's a fun thing to spend
don't
your
have
money
Come
on.
with the figurines, or is it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Well, I'm a
the
big figurine guy.
starships?
Yeah, I'm a big.
You don't
figurine
have to
guy.
justify it. We're in a
No,
world
that was
now.
a genuine
No,
question.
it's okay.
I was
Yeah,
genuine.
no, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just saying
you
'cause
were
he
making
says,
fun
'cause
of
I'm a
me.
nerd.
Oh,
Gary's
yeah,
trying to
no,
be
no.
nice. No.
Dude,
Uh,
just so you know, we're in the pocket of life for guys like us.
Oh,
Nerds are the new jocks. Dad bods are the new abs. Like, we're living in the best era ever for guys like us.
Maybe.
Hold on. Was I wrong there? Am I living in another dream? All right, I'll back off.
I think you make a point though in terms of things switching. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This is- yeah.
Saying. It's a good time to be nerdy.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Maybe I don't need to justify it. I don't think I need to justify it because whatever.
It's super cool.
It's very expensive. Is there better things to spend your money on? Maybe. But if it's making you happy, then you know what? Who cares?
That's right.
And it's not like heroin. So.
You could always find something worse to blow that money on. That's very true.
Yeah.
What did you think of Matt Young's Mario Lego?
It's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and I owe an apology because that's also my fault that the pre-tape
Stop it. No.
wasn't.
All me. It's
right
fine.
Should have muted him.
Just sneak in there while I'm just over there. and just
Bold
give
of
him
you
a
to
quick
assume I was intelligent enough to turn my mic on before the show. So,
So you don't have it. You were saying those Mario ones are pretty pricey. Matt Young was mentioning that too. Hey, so that
Yeah,
sort
I
of
think
limits
so.
your ability to collect on it.
it's not. Yeah, I mean, I buy the big expensive sets.
Yes,
Like
you
I
do.
buy the big collector sets because I'm like, oh yeah, oh. When people come over to my house, they're gonna want to like talk about this for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, that person should have asked for about 5 seconds. That's what I was looking for, but whatever. Maybe Grandma, I'm not mad at you, but
Don't
you could have
be greedy.
You could have liked more of my Lego. no. I don't even know, man.
Dude, tell us. Okay, let's start with this. What is your most proudest Lego set? Which one are
Oh.
you most proud? Which one's the one you go? All right, you gotta
it's,
see
it's
this.
a tie. I have like the ultimate collector version of like the Star Wars Star Destroyer, right? It's like the big ship,
Big
and then I have
boy.
one of like the AT-AT, you know, like the Walker.
Yes, absolutely.
So those combined.
You don't have a Death Star?
I don't. I was going to talk about that today.
Perfect.
Okay. Rumored, not official yet. Apparently, Lego's going to release a Death Star this year.
Isn't there one out there already?
There is, but it's been
Okay.
retired for like 5 years, 6 years. So Like they don't make it anymore. So if you want to buy it, it's like $1,500, and it's like, come on.
$1,500?
Yeah, for like a set that's like 10 years old.
I
right?
almost
So
spit took there. Have we had a spit take yet? 197,
I don't know.
96 episodes?
197.
197. I don't think we've had a spit take.
I don't know. I've
That
definitely
would've been
done
a
a
good
spit.
spot
I've
to
done a
have
I've done a
one.
spit take in a booth before, probably.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
but here's the thing.
Okay.
They're gonna release the biggest Lego set this year that they've ever released, and most expensive. And it's gonna be a Death Star. Apparently, it's not 100% official, but that's what everyone's been saying. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to convince my dad, who's also like a Star Wars fan,
Yep.
to maybe go half and half with me, and we can like spend some quality time building it. He's not gonna do it. It's gonna be a solo thing. But
No
like,
way, dude.
I was just thinking, like,
This
you know
isn't a
what?
Han Solo thing.
maybe-
You guys could form a bond and have it be a centerpiece for the house. Seriously.
And I've tried that
I'm
with my
not
mom,
joking.
but she won't let me have any Lego upstairs. And it's
Okay.
apparently it's not as cool as I think it is, but whatever, mom.
Yeah. Hey, listen here, Mom.
yeah,
Nerds are cool now, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
This is what we do.
And that's why my rent keeps going up at home. It's just every time. But-
New Lego shipment, $100
Yeah,
more
yeah.
per month.
My parents
okay?
like, if you can afford Lego,
This,
you
yeah,
can
you
afford to
to
chip
pay.
in more. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
Dude. So what other themes do you have for your Lego set?
I mean, I have like all the themes, but like I mainly spend my money in the Star Wars department because
Yeah.
that's my favorite, right?
Of course.
It's my go-to.
I guess
if
and
I have
that's,
the money
the,
to spend.
that's the other thing that we have to remember is Lego's been going on for so long now
Yeah.
that there's got to be everything and
Mhm.
anything out there if you want. Like, is there any people besides like Legoland who has like a full entire roster of all the Legos that have been putting out?
Fortnite. No, I don't know. Like that.
Well, seriously, like a Bill Gates situation where you just buy everything?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I know there's been some people on eBay who are like, oh yeah, I have every single Lego Star Wars set, and we'll sell the whole collection for like X amount of money, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of money to
Dude.
have.
And I guess that's the fun part is there is so much. I was at my brother's house, I think it was last week for my nephew Boston's birthday party. Yeah, a week ago today. Happy birthday again to Boston. And he got for Christmas it was a Lego Star Wars advent calendar.
Yes, yeah.
So every day he would open a window and then it would be a little Lego to put together. So he had like a land speeder, he had a couple walkers, he had like A wings, Y wings, like all the different wings. It was really cool. And he'd be like,
Yeah.
Uncle, come show me this stuff. Who's this? Who's that? And I was like, oh, that's Ahsoka. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's Princess Leia. And Princess Leia and Luke are the exact same if you just put their hair on the other one. So he was like, oh, look at this. Leia's Luke now. I was like, yeah, look at them go. And it's very cool how even in that little window for each day, you're still building a Lego.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And he's got like the background and stuff. So he's all over the Lego as well.
Yeah.
And it's Lego
That's
Star
awesome.
Wars. I love seeing the nephews get into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Makes me very happy.
Yeah. My little cousins are starting to play with Lego.
So cool.
Meaning my uncle buys Lego, builds it, and then they break it. but
Dude, yeah, I've been around one situation where there was a friend over at a house, and this was years ago, and the friend accidentally broke a giant Lego build, like just horsing around. Devastation, like legit devastation when you break those builds after they're all set, eh?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. you guys.
Yeah, 12-year-old me had some very trauma-inducing moments with Lego.
Yeah. And if you grew up with brothers, like older brothers, like that's all they would do is just trash all your shit. Like
Yeah.
That's like anything I had would just be, and then I'd cry, and that's how I became a huge wuss for my whole life.
Yeah, I have stories.
Yeah, it's fun.
They're
Emily
far
May,
too painful.
let's get into this a little bit. Were you a Lego girl at all? And please say a little bit, or else it's gonna be a short conversation.
Obviously a little bit, but
Nice.
when it switched. When I was a kid, it wasn't like the sets. It was just like Lego pieces, and I would just
See?
use my imagination.
And
There
that's
was no,
how we
like,
grew up with
sets.
them. That's what it was, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy some people are still doing that because
Yeah.
you're young,
Yeah.
and to go through that and realize the value of creating
It was- yeah.
without instructions,
It
right?
was really cool though too. It was like this box, and then the lid was Lego, so you could start creating on top, and then or you could use the lid and turn it around and use it as like a base for a house. It was really cool. But now, obviously, that's still my nan and grandparents' house.
Yeah,
So
it works.
I don't get to play with that anymore. But now, as an adult, I found the flowers.
I was gonna say it's
yeah,
probably flowers,
I
yeah.
found the flower Lego. So I have like the 8 set little garden one, and then all the roses and the
Like you're just making
daisies.
flowers out
Yeah.
of Legos?
And then it's really cool because they're the newer ones, so it comes in and it says, "Oh, this piece was originally used as like a toilet in the 2010 Star Wars piece," and you're like, "What?"
What?
And now it goes in and creates this flower. So I really like Lego. They know what they're doing.
So they take it and then they were basically recycle it into
They
these
reuse
things?
the pieces
That's
for
so
different
good.
things.
Good
yeah.
job, Lego.
So there was like a bell flower one, and they just took bells. And I was like, "That's so smart."
See,
That's so smart.
I'm just happy that they're letting people have the freedom still. 'Cause I was worried that with all the instructions, it would turn into you just building whatever it is it says that you have to build.
Well, it is.
Yeah, like growing up, my brother and I, we'd build the sets, and then
How is your brother?
he's great. Yeah.
Love him. We gotta get him back in studio more.
And
Double Dragon.
we would take the sets apart and mix them all up and build our own spaceships and do whatever, which was super fun.
Yeah.
But then my dad would be like,
You're doing it wrong.
"You just destroyed all the sets. Like, we're never gonna find this piece again." And my dad was right. We never found any of those pieces again. But
Dads usually are.
We had a lot of fun doing that. And then as I got older, like I'd say probably about like 14 or 15, no, probably younger than that actually, I started being like, wait, now when I actually buy Lego and build it, maybe I don't want to throw all the pieces everywhere and keep it up for a bit because it's a cool display piece and resale value and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I didn't think
The
about resale.
aftermarket for Lego is crazy too. That's something that you don't realize. Like,
But is that something you would want to sell?
none of my Lego. I'm not like a big reseller. I'm like a collector in that sense where I don't want to I'm not trying to make profit, but I have friends who like buy Lego sets,
Flip them.
don't open them, keep them in their closet for 5 years or whatever, and then sell them for double what they got them for. Right? Not a
good
bad way to
investment.
make some money, right?
Yeah.
I have a handful of unopened sets in my closet that I just haven't built because it's like, maybe I'll sell them one day, but it's nice to have boxes too, right? Like, you never know.
How many individual pieces of Lego do you think you own?
I couldn't possibly.
Give me a
That's
number.
Crazy ass.
Give me a number.
It would have to be
Aim
over,
high.
It would have to be over 40,000.
That's awesome.
It would have to. Just alone between the two big sets.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is over 10,000. So I couldn't possibly, or
10,000
9,000
pieces of
9,000 maybe. You know what I mean? I couldn't possibly give you like an actual accurate number.
That's fair.
I can tell you that sets I've logged in my collection. I probably even shouldn't say that either. In what I have registered, so there's a few, like I don't have all of them registered. Right now, my registered online
What
set.
does
thing-
registered mean?
So you can like register online like a Lego set, like on certain websites to be like, yes, I have this. And so I've taken a bunch of my sets that I have built and registered them just to figure out like what the value would be.
Oh, okay.
And I think I've done over half of them, and I've done all the big stuff, right? So I don't really like. There's some like Lego City and so like that I haven't gone
Got to. Yeah.
But yeah, like there's a lot. yeah.
I love that. I just love Lego. Network Ryan's beautiful son Valor getting into the Legos, and you were helping him out, and I love seeing that sort of continue because it's just like
There's no right or wrong way.
opening your imagination. Like that was the thing. Like I'd go to my grandma and grandpa's over on the corner of Isabella and Melrose, and my auntie Susie and I would go downstairs and we just dump them. Like we're talking thousands of Legos. Then you spend a couple hours, all of a sudden she has like these big giant towers and houses, and I have big tanks with guns on them, and we're just ramping them off stuff, just to be able to look at this whole thing, all these pieces, and then slowly process through your mind what it's going to be, and then to see it like that. The whole exercising your brain thing.
Yeah.
I love that about Lego.
Yeah, and it's fun when you're older too. It's nice to it's relaxing. It's fun. You
It's like
still feel a little
crocheting.
bit of creative. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's something to do.
I don't know why I looked at you say crochet.
Yeah, when's the last time you crocheted? Because it's been a while for me.
Definitely been a while.
It's about 3 lives ago, actually.
Oh, hey, I'm going to do a little reset here. You guys watch this. As we're hanging out with Emily May and Dragon here on the Thursday edition of your show. If you want to contact us, it's very easy to do. All you got to do is just hit up contact. I got to go all the way at. There it is, at. I can't.
Dufferinav.com.
Dufferinav.com. Woo! That's the email. If If you got a business, you're looking to join this movement that we have begun of making the world a better place, you've got really good stuff going on and you want the world to know, let us know, and we will promote the hell out of whatever it is you're doing. You come in here, you got ideas for shows, ideas for hosts, anything, just let us know. Reach out. It's very, very easy. We also have a website, DufferinAv.com, just like the email, minus the @ and the contact. Very easy to maneuver through, because I told Royal Anders, I said, dude, I don't want a website like everyone else has where you can't figure anything out and it's just a whole bunch of stuff, like somebody took a bunch of things, just threw it at the monitor. So this one's very streamlined, very easy to go through, and I'm very proud of that, because for old guys like me, it's tough to internet. Believe it or not. That's what we call it, interneting.
Interneting.
Interneting. So we are talking Legos, as CTV's Matt Young stopped by like he always does on Thursdays, and he has the amazing Mario Lego set, and it literally interacts with all the different pieces, making the different sounds. It was very cool to see all that, and that got us talking about this a little bit. Any interest at all, and Emily May, I'll start with you here, of going to a Lego land?
Yeah.
One of the real ones. I'm assuming there's a bunch of them, hey?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Well,
It's okay.
because it's like they have everything, and even if you don't want to build it, you get to see some of the stuff built.
That's the thing.
So they've got these like life-size versions of anything, because the workers have the freedom to build whatever they want as a display. And usually you're like, oh, is that a set? No, not a
Just something I
set. You just
thought
get to see something that someone created, and it looks beautiful. Yeah, I would love to go.
I would love
and
to
then I
go
would
too.
steal.
Steal
This would be my
everything.
little secret.
Well, I
I would have
imagine-
a plan. I would try and steal one piece of Lego from whatever I could that was on display.
Just each one.
They glue them together, you know.
Yeah.
What?
See, I didn't want to hear that. I
Yeah,
take my.
that don't ruin that for us. They actually do.
Like the Legoland displays, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lego.
Then I'll steal the whole display.
It's
That's
actually,
right.
it's actually really cool. I've
Okay.
seen videos on like Instagram of like those.
So you haven't been there
They
yet?
call them master builders. No, I've been to Lego stores like
Like big
I
time
went to
ones.
the Disneyland. I can't remember if it was in Disneyland or just like in LA somewhere, but it was like a big Lego store in California there.
Where are the Lego lands? Do we know?
Florida.
Okay.
I want to say like Miami or Orlando, one of the two,
Yeah.
right?
Like Deutschland? There's been a whole bunch of them.
I know there's one in Florida, and there's probably a Legoland in California, but I think I just went to Lego store. Like I just like the Lego store part.
My mom says she got Lego for her birthday. Flowers that she has
Yeah.
yet to build. Mom,
Yes,
build your
it's
Lego
the
flowers.
And
Come
they're
on.
so fun to build,
There you
build
go.
the flowers, because it's just like you're
Yeah.
smiling the whole time.
Yeah, like my grandma, and my sister, like super into those.
This makes me very happy. Good,
They're so
good text,
sweet.
Mom.
And
Good
they
job.
stay forever. So they're beautiful decorated flowers that will live
Always.
forever. Yeah,
Forever.
It's really sweet. I like them.
I
This
think
is very good.
there was talks, I believe, rumored that in the buyout that happened at what's it called, West End Mall, that there would be a Legoland coming as well. Is that
There's been a lot of rumors
is that
about
true? There's been a lot of rumors.
Well,
There's
I
been
heard
a
it was
second
Universal-
Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll
Those
see.
could be together, I
Wait,
guess. Hey?
someone
We'll
said
see, right?
Universal Studios where it's going to West Edmonton Mall.
Yes.
It's not big enough for that.
They're adding on to it, I think.
Well,
aren't
yeah, they could do it. They could make it happen. It's West End Mall.
they? Why?
Which
I love this. You're like, I don't believe it. That's a
No.
conspiracy.
I've been to West Edmonton Mall once in my life, and it was last year in November,
Hey,
and it was terrifying
why?
because it was massive.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And like they've already got a rink in there.
So
It's
you were
already
so scared at how big it was
No.
that you don't think it could have a Universal Studios because it's not big enough.
No, because
point.
they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to add so much more. Think
They
of
just
a
get rid. If
Universal-
they buy them all, they can get rid of whatever they
Think
want.
of a Universal Studios. Think of how big that place is. It's like you're walking for
Yes.
hours through
True.
it.
True.
How are
But
they
you're already
gonna do
walking
that in a
hours through
city?
West End Mall.
Yeah.
No, but they already have that. How are they going to add on to that?
They take
and
stuff
it
out.
Be the
They're
Edmonton.
They're gonna
They'll
clean
take
it out.
they'll take stuff
But it's
out. They'll add
Edmonton.
more onto the mall.
It won't
They'll add
get
a
any
floor.
use in the winter because minus 40 days, people are like, well, I'm not going to go outside.
Are you
Blah,
gonna-
blah, blah,
all
blah.
in-
It's
Indoors, girl.
Universal
All
Studios.
indoors.
Of course, it will be busiest
No.
place in Canada.
I
I
know
like
it's the
this.
stupidest
I
idea.
like Emily May taking a stance here. She'll believe it when she sees it,
Yeah,
bro.
I think that's where I'm at.
I
And
like
it was
that.
also the traffic
like when-
going around that. I don't live in Edmonton, but Jesus, if I did, like, I don't know if I'd want a Universal Studios on my way to work.
That's fair.
I don't know, man. This is
I like
me
this.
Now, how do you think people in
annoyed.
LA every day live their lives?
Well, why do you
Also-
think I don't live in LA?
Because
Okay, but
that's the
okay,
only
but-
reason.
okay,
the
but-
only one.
You don't live in Edmonton either, so I don't see the other
Exactly.
problem.
Because she
Because
knows
the
that she
West
doesn't
End
like
Mall
it.
is
Yeah.
already there.
You know, I will say this.
Okay, but if you're already not going to drive in Edmonton because of the mall, then what does it matter if there's something different at
I
the
feel
mall?
bad for the people that live there.
Don't turn this into an empathy thing.
I am filled with empathy. And I think Edmonton deals with enough of other Canadian tourists because of the West Edmonton Mall. You make a Universal Studios. Give the Universal Studios to Calgary. Give them something.
They had the zoo.
Calgary's got a lot, man.
Yeah,
Calgary's
Calgary has
like the
a zoo.
Saskatoon, right? We've got a zoo.
Okay, you can't say that.
This is
The Saskatoon Zoo is awesome and fun, but the Calgary Zoo is like something special. Like
Okay.
they got polar bears
Dude,
and
don't
giraffes
you
and
dare
pandas.
chirp the forestry farm. We love.
I just said I love the
I know.
forestry farm.
And then
Our
you
zoo
said,
is
but
awesome.
it's not. Hey, it's
Hey,
right there. I will tell you.
I will say,
Dr. Hausman and Associates, the donor for the tooth booth here, the big tooth on 2nd Ave. Shout out to Dr. Hausman. He actually adopted a bunch of the animals at the zoo.
yeah,
So he's got like his own animal. I think it's like the lemurs or something. He's got something really cool over
wow.
there.
we did like the thing one year, like where you
Yeah, I love
is
how
it
they do that stuff.
sponsor or adopt
We
or
should
whatever
be
it's
in
called.
touch.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have a contact for someone at the forestry farm, let us know because I think imagine if we did a show from the forestry farm. That would be
we're planning a
fun.
viewing room.
Perfect.
Th-
Yes,
like-
let's
like
get
with
out
the,
there.
with the monkeys, which would
Yeah.
be awesome.
Let's do that.
But-
there's so many things we can promote for them and get the word out because that place is so cool. People forget about it.
Well, and I think in the winter you're saying no one goes, but they
Are we
turn
talking
it.
about Universal Studios or are we talking about
Yeah.
the zoo
Sure,
right now?
well, you'll talk about Universal Studios or
what you
West End
started.
Mall because
Yeah.
no one wants to go. But think of the forestry farm. When it's minus 40, what are we doing? We're going to the Enchanted Forest. You know what I
It's
mean?
true.
So like,
Interesting.
it's people find a way to
What
go
does that
and
have
do
to do
things.
with Universal Studios?
Well,
I'm not.
It doesn't
I don't
matter.
feel
It
bad
doesn't
for
matter the
people.
temperature at the forestry farm. We're going to do something fun.
No, I don't feel bad that the people don't have enough to do. I feel bad for the people that live there that have to deal with that.
All of the people going there just for the mall.
Just
all
for the
the
mall,
tourists,
and then
Dragon,
you're trying
tourists.
to commute to and from work, but you can't because it's 4 hours long because of all the tourists.
I mean, like that life.
You
That's
guys,
the real
okay.
negatives
Here-
of life. That's all
here-
I'm saying.
Here's the big
Not
takeaway
worth
from
it.
this. The West Edmonton Mall used to be, like it was the biggest mall in the world, I believe,
think it's still
around there. Mall of America's, I believe, the biggest in North America. I think they're right there. But when it first came out, man, it was unbelievable. Nothing you've ever seen before. The Nickel family took a
It's
bunch
incredible.
of vacations there. And we got to stay in the theme rooms. They got these amazing theme rooms, like the monster truck room. Anyone who's been there, you know the monster truck room, so badass. And then they had like the volcano room, all these really cool rooms. And just the ability to be able to take a family to one spot and have like a whole weekend to do whatever you want. Like you go to movies, you go to food, like there's so many restaurants and so many stores. And at the time, it was so unbelievable because it was like basically having a cell phone is what it was because you had all these, now everyone just does all that stuff on their phone. You go to different stores, you go to different restaurants, you order this and that. It was literally like walking into a giant cell phone. Anything you wanted was right there, including the Edmonton Oilers practicing at the rink they have in there. So we would go and you shop, and then Oilers practice at 2 o'clock. You go to the rink at 2 o'clock, and there's Wayne Gretzky. Oh, there's Yari Curry. Oh my God, look, that's like Andy Moog. Like, look at all these goalies, Billy Ranford, and just to be a part of that. And they like throw pucks to us. And my brother had a bunch of pucks that we got from all these players. It was such a crazy experience. And then over time, the shininess wears off, and then you got a mall. And I believe now with the way the world's going, it had become stale. So you gotta bring something in to spice it up.
I don't know. For me, the magic's still there, and I'm going back to Edmonton on the 16th of February, and I'm going to go
Sorry,
to some of the Lego
did you ask for time off? I don't remember seeing a. That's interesting. Are you gonna
Good
work?
thing
Are you
that's
gonna
a
go
Sunday.
live from the mall?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think we
We
should.
could do some pre-tapes.
Do
from
you know what I
the-
love to do? I would love to get you to take your phone, go to the water park, and go down the Screamer with the phone.
Oh, I don't think they allow that, do they?
No, you'd have to sneak it in.
Sneak it.
Yeah,
In my swim
Thank you.
trunks.
yeah. Put them somewhere. It's
Is that an
waterproof.
iPhone 14, or are you just excited to see me?
Little of the both, sir. A little of both.
No, but okay, I don't know. The magic's still there for me, and whatever they do with the mall, if they do the Universal Studio thing, I'm game for whatever because that's just something cool that we can have in Canada as like an extra thing. You know, maybe we wouldn't have to go to Florida. To
I
go to
love it.
Universal
I'm with
Studios.
you. I am totally
I think that's
with you.
cool.
When was the last time you were there?
The mall?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, probably 4 years ago.
Dang. Did you go to the water park?
Yes.
Nice.
I was there. And like, see the wave pool. It's so cool. It's so,
So
awesome.
awesome.
Everyone, when you say the wave pool at West End Mall, oh my goodness,
Everyone
everyone
knows.
and their mom knows
Yeah.
about it, right? And so yeah, I'm so excited to do that. And I wish Edmonton had a cool zoo too. That's another thing. I
Zoos
love
are
I
awesome.
love zoos.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about like the Calgary Zoo and they have like the giraffes and pandas and stuff
Very
like that,
cool.
I wish every zoo just had that.
Yeah.
Had the budget.
Well, that's the thing exactly. You can do it if you got the money.
Yeah,
And-
actually, I don't know. That might be. Is that political?
A little bit.
Because I know there's like zoo controversy.
Yeah. No. And people now, and it's a very good point. People nowadays, when they say they love a zoo, they have to follow that up very quickly with you know the ones that rescue the animals that are going to die. You know, not the ones that imprison them. That's sort of
Yeah.
like the new age take, and it's like what's the SeaWorld? Remember SeaWorld?
Yes.
That was
I've
like,
been to
and no one.
SeaWorld, yeah.
The worst part is nobody knows about the other side of it, so we all just say, "Oh, it's so awesome! We get to see all these animals," and then you see like, "Oh yeah, every animal in there is like horribly depressed."
Yeah, and
like
I
it's a
won't-
jail. So
I
there's
won't
that fine line
pretend.
you walk.
I'm guilty as charged. When
Yeah.
I was 12, I went to SeaWorld
Me too.
in San Diego, and I was like, "Oh, some whales! Let's
Right?
go!" Right? And I wasn't thinking like, "Oh my gosh, those guys are suffering!" Right? And
Well,
And
so,
you-
at 12,
so-
you
so
should really
maybe.
be expected
and
to.
okay, but I'll also admit, at 19, I'm like, "Oh, whales!" So,
That's it.
so I also
But
apologize again.
You weren't around when Free Willy came out.
I watched that movie.
Free Willy was like the big eye opener for a lot of people.
I had a fact about Free Willy that I forgot that I was hearing about.
Prove it.
Didn't that actual whale go to SeaWorld or something?
Something like that.
Wasn't the Free Willy whale released back into?
Because of outcry, I think there was something.
And then
along
he
the
was
lines of
also like murdered.
that. Yeah.
And so like all the people who were like just put Free Willy back out there to survive, and then he died.
do it,
Anyways.
yeah.
I don't know.
That
we should
could
probably
be a lie.
should we fact
Look
check
at her
that?
face. She's
I'm
horrified.
horrified.
I gotta look.
Okay, you fact check that. Emily May, did you hit up the water slides when you were at the mall?
No, we
Okay.
wanted to go karting, but it was like booked up for the next 3 days or something like
Jeez.
that. So
Do they
we said
still
no.
do they still have the gun range there? They used to have a gun
Yes.
range.
They said they did. We wanted to go there too, but I think it
Everyone
was
did.
closed.
Yeah, I was always way too scared.
Or
I'm like, I don't want to
something.
shoot guns. I'm so scared of the guns.
Yeah.
When the last time I was there was probably about 4 years ago, around that time, and it was right after a person lost their finger on one of the water slides. You guys ever remember hearing that story?
How did that happen?
Like had their arm up or something, and it just got caught as they were going down and tore the finger right off. And so the slide that had happened, it was like a couple weeks before we got there, so the slide was still shut down.
Yeah.
So I was looking at the slide where the finger got chopped off, like, man, I don't know if I should go down that, but they had it closed, so I didn't, obviously.
Go
But
down it.
yeah, but it's just water sliding techniques. Got to be careful when you're water sliding. I almost broke my neck water sliding as well. Ever tell you guys that story?
No.
No.
All right, buckle up. This one's going to really blow your mind. We were in, it relates to this. That was a good buckle up. By the way, buckle up callers. Meg is wearing one right now. You can see the videos on the social medias over at Pet Planet 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. They're literally buckle in just like a seatbelt, but collars. They're the best. We love them. So we were at the zoo doing some zoo stuff. And when we were staying at the, what was it, like a Sheraton, something close to the airport, but we were in Calgary for the zoo. And at this hotel we were staying at has this amazing water slide. And I was there with one of the not sons, and I was not dad and not son. It was like stepdad situation, and he wanted to race me down. So we went a couple times. I was getting pissed off because he kept beating me. So then one time I said, you know what? No more going easy. I'm gonna beat this kid. So he went, then I went, and I was full on like elbows and heels, full speed. And this bad boy goes down and down and down. And so as I'm gaining speed, I'm going, and then right before the bottom, there's a sharp turn that sort of sends you, and I was going way too fast. And so with the slides here, and then just over here is a nice big hot tub, and over here is like the main pool. But from there and there, all you can see is just the top of the water slide.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going way too fast, and I went up one, and that's when I realized I was going too fast. Came down the other side, like, oh, I'm going way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third side, I went up, all the way out of the water slide. So I was up above, and I remember it was like slow motion. I was looking down at people in the hot tub, and I was looking over at people in the back in the main pool, and then down at the bottom of the pool. And as I'm up there, it was slow-mo, and I said, this cannot be good. This is going to be really bad. And as I came down, I smacked the back of my head. And if you ever played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out before, when you use a super punch, it's like you hit start, he punches and it goes, pew! It's like this weird, like, tingly sound. And that's all I heard. And I landed, and then Notson was waiting at the bottom, and I poured out the bottom. And in my head, this is the closest I've ever been to having like a really, really, really bad accident. And I remember landing, hearing that sound, and this going numb. I was like, okay, I think I might have just paralyzed myself. So I poured into the bottom pool, and everyone was sort of looking because it was the sound of like a 250-pound dude launching up and landing back inside a water slide. Like the whole thing shook, like it was like a bang. So everyone's looking. I pour myself out, and I know this is happening. So I start with my legs. I'm like, okay, I hope I can move these legs. And my legs move. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. And I stand up, and I just sort of started walking really slow. And Nassan's like, you okay? That was loud. I was like, yeah, we're good. I started walking, and then I was still numb in my neck and like down my shoulders. And for the rest of that trip, it would stay like that. And then like a couple days later, it went away. But that's like the closest I've ever been to something really, really bad. All because I wanted to beat a kid in a water slide race. And I lost still. That's the worst part. I lost. Very upset.
That's insane.
Water sliding safety is the moral of the story. Don't be a
Wear
hero.
helmets?
Well, no, just don't go so fast that you're going to shoot out the top of the water slide.
How did you get that momentum?
Elbows and heels. That's it. If you're a veteran water slider, you know, if you want to go fast, you just lock in. And when you got a lot of weight, you get going and can't stop it. So just be careful when you're water sliding. That's what I wanted to say today.
PSA.
That's right. Don't tear off your fingers at West Ed Mall, and don't go too fast.
Yeah, the pink loop-de-loop slide.
Yeah. See?
That was
and
fun.
that was I think that was the one actually, because it was shut down. Because you start in like that canister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they had the canister going, and I think it might have been that one. It was one of the ones at the top.
One.
Yeah.
And then
Did you do it?
you like put your hands.
Yeah, I'm not going.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to stand like this.
Not doing it.
and it's
Not
like,
doing it. Yeah. The countdown's
And then-
menacing.
yeah, I've seen so many people do that, and then when like the doors open, they like throw their hands
Try to
up, yeah,
stop.
bang their hands.
Did you go down it?
Oh yeah.
You're crazy, man.
Yep. I'm scared of heights,
Of course, me too.
and
Me too.
my biggest fear was getting stuck in it,
Yeah.
like accidentally, because it goes like, so like you go
Yeah,
up here,
it's-
and
and
then if you
then-
slide back down, and now you're down here, and you didn't make it all the way through, there's like a little trap door that they can let you out of.
Oh, so they can actually, okay. So
Yes.
they shut it down.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
let the back,
You don't.
okay.
Yeah, you
In
don't.
case you hold everything and don't have the speed to go all the way through the loop.
Yeah, and so that was my biggest fear. And then I think I saw my dad do it, and I saw my dad
You
made
guys
it
are
through.
Daredevils.
And I was like, you know what, I can do this again. 12 years old.
That's fair.
And then I haven't done it since. I don't know if I go in when I go in February.
Yep.
I haven't decided if I get my time off. if
We'll see.
if I do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
That's scary, man.
I've done it once. I have nothing to prove, and
Yep.
like also, it's like there's a lot of me to have a water park employee try to save. You don't get paid enough to save
on.
them.
Can
I-
you
I-
dig a little deeper into that for a second?
Well, there's a difference between working at SeaWorld and working at a water park. And I think tourism nowadays maybe makes lifeguards go through a bit of both.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, wow. Very well said. Okay, before we wrap it up here, you guys, I want to know, growing up for us, we had a whole bunch of urban legends
Yeah.
about water slides. Like you'd hear about people, bless you. You'd hear about people, bless you. You'd hear about people putting like razor blades in between.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, razor
You
blades
hear
in
about
between the
that?
sections of water slides.
Oh,
When you go down, it cuts.
Yeah, that was like a
never heard of
serious thing. That was a rumor. I don't know if it ever happened. You
Oh
don't
my
you don't
God.
water slide
I'm
enough.
never gonna go water sliding again.
Well, no.
What is this?
I'm sure they do checks now all the time. like, the
Yeah, I
extra
believe
safe.
every employee has to like ride the water slide in the morning or something
First
like
one to get a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's going first this time? It's like, oh, razor blades, oh,
that.
barbed
Well, it's like,
wire.
isn't that they do that at the amusement parks?
Yeah,
Right.
you gotta
like,
test them. Yeah.
the rope climbing places too, and the zip lining people. All the employees do it first.
That's gotta be scary. Like, what if today's the day when it just doesn't work out well?
Yeah, that is something too. Like,
Yikes.
you couldn't pay me enough to be
I
the
don't
person
know.
to go last.
Yeah, like I remember very specifically being scared because a lot of water slides, again, back in the day, very old guy over here, a lot of the water slides would cut your back anyway. Like they would just have like uneven, stuffs when they were putting it together. So you go down your back, like, end up cutting you a bit. And I'd always, after I heard that rumor, I always, oh, razor blades, oh, I'm going to die. Oh, no. And
Yeah,
it was
what the heck? That's
so
insane.
scary. Yeah. And between that and kids stopping on the slide,
Yes.
that's another danger that goes horribly wrong if you don't know what's happening.
That's just, I find that funny when I think about that, honestly, more than anything.
Just bowling through little kids, like full speed. It's funny until they're hurt and their parents yell at you, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. And
Dude,
then
if
what do
your-
you do? Like,
If
I
your
didn't know
kid
he was there.
stopped in the middle of the
Yeah,
slide,
it's
and
so
I
dangerous.
I just put a hole in his back because I was going Mach 10
Yeah.
in the back of a
And
slide.
like you're going, like you know how far ahead you can see when you're on a water slide. Like it's like this. Oh, there's a kid. Boom, dead. Like that's how quick it is. So
There's a
kids, if you
kid.
enjoy stopping on the water slide, don't do it.
Okay, but it's also as simple as just the water park employees, and it's also part of the next rider's responsibilities to make sure that whoever was in the water slide last got out.
Wait till they pass the flag. That's the thing.
You
You
know
wait
what
till
I
they
mean?
pass the
It's
flag, and
like
then a little bit
when
lower,
you
they're
see-
stopped.
Well, wait for the green light to pop up above your head, right? Do your due diligence, make sure they got out. It's not that difficult. Water slide accidents are very preventable. Okay, I'm no expert in safety of water slides, but I'm thinking they're pretty preventable because I've never had one, and I've gone on a lot of water slides.
Well, we'll
don't know.
talk again when you go back.
To West End?
To West End.
Oh, I love West End so much.
I'm very excited
And
for
we'll
you.
find out when you go back down that tube.
Yeah, and we won't find out from you because apparently you don't like driving in Edmonton.
Exactly.
All right,
You
you
won't
kids.
catch me there.
You very well said. I'm gonna hit the outro.
So aggressive.
I'm gonna go for this. All right. So here we go. Oh, we got it. That's amazing.
Nice.
You guys, great job
Just looking
today.
up facts of the whale.
Do you have any?
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Yeah.
They were, I have like 2 minutes actually.
I didn't ask. I was telling.
By the way, these guys are like rivals in every sense of the word. So they're
Looking at
always
the
going at
big
each other.
fancy.
It's very fun for us.
The big fancy expensive clock that's wrong.
Hey, easy on the clock.
Hey, so rude.
Yeah, I know.
So rude.
This
Okay,
is-
you
this
have
is
your
why we-
minute.
Yeah. Tell
What
us.
happened to the whale?
Tell us of the
It
whale.
was released, okay, like slowly released.
This is
in-
Free Willy?
Yeah, this is like a Kiyako or
Yeah.
whatever the name.
Kiko?
Kiko, maybe.
And this was.
I think they
after
did a
the
documentary.
Oh.
Yeah, they did like the whale was like in Mexico for like 14 years, terrible conditions, highly elevated tank, whatever, warm tank with tap water and salt water mixed together. A whole big thing. And like they got the whale to Norway and a bunch of other places for captivity. Finally got it out into the world, but it was like super lonely and sad.
Oh,
And we'd always go to fishing boats and stuff like that and scare people just because the whale wanted to be friendly and see people because it's so used to people. And then like they were like, okay, no, you can't be doing that anymore. And then yeah, the whale died eventually.
Okay,
I
we're
think
not
5
ending on
years.
that. Nope.
5 years in in free waters, but second longest like whale to live in captivity.
Good
so
run.
that's a better.
leave it happy. Leave it right there. His name is Dragon, co-host of The Viewing Room. New episode every Tuesday. 7 is out now. Check it out. Emily May from Emily May's All Up in Your Business. Episode 2 getting going next week. As well to CTV's Matt Young. Thank you for stopping by like he always does and doing really cool stuff. He had the Lego stuff going in, the Mario Lego stuff. This is very cool. I also want to say a big, big hello to our friend Laura from the Friendship Inn. She was in earlier with our Hockey Helps the Homeless podcast. Her and Ryan had a nice conversation about all the amazing work that the Friendship Inn does around the city. So thank you to her. And to you, of course, for always joining us and being a part of this amazing little family that continues to grow each and every day. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. We're going to have a Friday roundtable. It's going to be a lot of fun as we put a cap on the work week. until then, please remember, do good things and they'll start to happen to you, all right? Karma is the realest thing out there. That's how we make the world a better place. Have a great rest of your Thursday night.